The biggest of the African cats, lions are often one of the most sought-after sightings on a Kruger safari. These fearsome, family-oriented felines can be seen in many different areas in Kruger Park, and have a powerful presence and piercing roar that only further illustrates why they are such a dominant force and a must-see on Big 5 game drives. Lions live and move in groups called prides. The size of a pride can range from anything between 10 and 15, to possibly even 25 individuals. The most distinct feature of a male, and what distinguishes its look from that of a female, is its mane. This mane can be simple and short or can grow into full-bodied, shaggy locks of hair that frame the face of the lion. Males have a greater body mass than females and can weigh between 150 to 225 kilograms. Females, on the other hand, usually weigh between 110 to 150 kilograms. A lion's footprint, much like its face, is iconic, with 4 claws on the back feet and 5 on the front paws. The 5th claw is a little further back and doesn't show in its paw prints. Females, known as lionesses, do most of the hunting in a pride. However, when it comes to enjoying the spoils of the hunt, it's the males that eat first, then the females, and then the cubs, young lions. The main job of the males is to protect the pride and its territory. Lions are adaptable and can be found in a number of different types of habitats, including open grassland and thick bush areas. They tend to hunt during the cooler part of the day, which is generally between dusk and dawn. And during the day, they hide away from the hot sun and enjoy plenty of sleep. These fierce and strong animals tend to hunt and prey on anything from buffalo, hippos, and zebra, to wildebeest, several kinds of antelopes, like impala and even giraffe. However, this depends on the circumstances, i.e., if the animal is older, sick, or slower than the others of its herd, and the most opportune moment. While lions are successful hunters in their own right, there are times when they have been known to steal the kill of other predators, like wild dogs and cheetah. The size of a lion pride varies based on the territory available to them. Some prides consist of one male to rule the territory, while others have 2, 3, possibly up to 6 fully matured males. So what happens when the females come into estrus with so many males around? Majority of the time, the males in a coalition are related. In some cases, you will have one male that is clearly the dominant one among the rest, and he will have the right to mate with any female that may come into estrus first. But when you get brothers that are more or less equal in size and strength, they have a kind of gentleman's agreement. The male who notices the female that's ready for mating first, gets the first right to mate. It must also be said that a female that is ready to mate will make sure she presents herself to a suitable mate. Males will sometimes fight with each other for this right, but not to the point of killing one another. Their instinct for survival helps them understand that if a strong member of the pride is hurt, it creates a more vulnerable situation for all of them. It is not uncommon for males in such a situation to take turns mating with a female. Or, when the first male is at the point of exhaustion, another male takes over the process. The main reason for this is to produce offspring with their genes after all. Most documentaries show that the females do the hunting. What they don't always show is the fact that the males are not present. Lions are very territorial and males are away from the pride most of the time to patrol their territories. Does this mean that the male lions starve while away on patrol? No, they are very capable of hunting for themselves and don't need the assistance of the females to bring down their prey. Males play an important role when the pride is hunting large prey species like giraffe, Giraffa camelopardalis, the African buffalo, Syncerus cafeae, and elephants, Loxodonta africana. This is where their brute strength is needed. It has been recorded that while a few lionesses tried to bring down a blue wildebeest, Connochetes taurinus, a male lion jumped onto the back of the wildebeest and broke it, making the process much quicker. It should also be said that even though a male lion has all this incredible strength, they are less agile than the females. The thick mane on their necks does have a negative effect when it comes to super fast movements, but it doesn't mean that they are less capable. According to African folklore, the lion became the most feared of the predators. In the early days, lion still had a gentle voice, not very loud at all, and so he was able to catch and eat the other animals without much trouble. This, of course, greatly worried the other animals, since they never knew when lion was on the hunt. They decided to hold a meeting to find a way of somehow making lion less dangerous. They talked for a long time, but none of them could think of anything. Hare, always the imaginative one, then had a bright idea. "I know a way that would make lion's voice like the terrible thunder of a summer storm," he said, "and then we would always know when he was coming." The other animals all agreed that this was a marvelous idea. But how was Hare going to manage such a thing? Hare just winked and set off on his difficult task. Eventually Hare found Lion resting beneath a shady umbrella tree, and approached him carefully, saying, "O great one, I am truly most unhappy to bring you bad news, but your brother is very ill, and requests to see you at once." Lion was dreadfully upset to hear this news, and told Hare to lead him to his brother as fast as possible. Hare took Lion for miles and miles around the bushveld and, after several hours, Lion, who had been disturbed during his morning sleep, after all, was so weary he could go no further. He lay down in a shady spot and slept. Now, with the help of a honey-guide bird, the crafty Hare found a wild bee's nest in a tree not too far away. After following the required custom of leaving a good piece of the honeycomb as a thank you for the little bird, Hare took some of the honey and dribbled it all over the paws and head of the sleeping lion. Hare then ran off into some thick bushes nearby and hid. When the bees returned home and saw that someone had raided their hive, they were terribly angry. They soon found Lion sleeping nearby, with honey all over his paws. In a raging swarm, the bees attacked him, and Lion was stung so many times and was in such pain that his soft cries soon swelled into a thunderous roar that could be heard for miles around. That is the story of how Lion's voice was changed forever. The animals were very grateful to Hare because, from then on, they could hear a lion's roar from a long way away and be warned that the king of beasts was on the hunt.